Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Jill and thank you for joining me for week 2 of the 12-week fitness challenge. This is our lower body focus today. These are our larger muscle groups and we're also going to focus on mobility and activation. Helps to support some of those larger muscle groups that we do throughout our workouts and throughout our activities. We're going to start with a body weight warm-up. I will be incorporating minimal equipment, hand weights, free weights, body weight, a kettlebell, and also a mini band. It's completely optional. I can show you those modifications without. I'll get the music started, take a few deep breaths, grab a sip of water, drop a comment, and let's go. So let's grab a mini band if you have one. All right, we're going to activate the glutes here, get the legs warmed up. I want us to fire up that core, navel to spine, posterior pelvis tilt. Let's pull the ribs down. Feet at least hip width distance. We're going to push out the knees. If you've got that mini band, stay in tune with the knees. And go down and up. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Mind, body, connection. Good. Down. Nice. A little bit deeper. Check in. Inhale down. Exhale up. Good. No hyperextension on those hips. And when you're ready, let's take a tempo squat. Four live workouts each week at your time schedule in 8. Four more. 2 side steps or 2 side squats over to the right. Now with this mini band, you can stay low. This is great for glutes. You've got the quads. Of course, that tummy's in nice and tight. You can add that upper body. Remember, knees nice and wide, stay firm. Let's add that overhead press combo. This is your other option. Squat, up, squat, together, or stay low. Lots of options. Come back to that tempo. Squat, center, feet firm. 8. Good. 7. We're going right into the legs today. Crouching tiger. Grab a sip of water. Grab a stretch if you need. We're going to go slow. Down. And up. You're just starting out here. Any discomfort in that low back, go to standing squat. Listen to your body. Otherwise, hips nice and low. Good. Nice stretch in that hamstring. Mini curve in that low back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. I want you to keep the weight in the back and wiggle those toes. Check your body position. A little bit quicker. Down and up. Shoot up those hips. Down and exhale up. Lots of fire in the quads here. This is a true isolation exercise. Last 4. Let's go. Down, hips. Up. Last 2, then we're gonna go tempo, bottom half. This is where it counts. Bottom, halfway lift. Just coming through a polar vortex here in Calgary. January, ski season, nice Chinook. Let's take it up, flush it out. Good. Flush out those legs. Nice. Eight more, let's go. 7, 6, 5. We're gonna go knee raises. You don't need the mini band. If you have it, it may add more resistance. Same leg and down. Showing you options here. Grab a hold of a wall, up. Now that's double duty resistance. So body weight level 1, mini band level 2, kettlebell and band level 3. Tempo. We're working the transverse, the hip flexors, the psoas. Deep hip muscles, deep core. Good. Keep going. 8, 7. I'm going to show you options. 6, 5, 4. We're going to add a pulse. You don't have any equipment. This is where you find that intensity. Pulse. Relax that foot. It wants to engage. We want to keep the blood up into the hips. 8 more. Tough stuff. Working deep hips. 3, 2, tempo. That's challenging. I want you to ease into this 12-week program. Start at that basic level. Build your way up. Consistency is key. Up and down. I want you to start slow here. Make sure your hips are level. A little isometric. Balance. Tempo. You can hold on to a chair, stable surface. You can add more resistance. Unfortunately, you can't relax the foot holding that kettlebell, but you get more work here in the hips. Keep going. Keep going. Tummy in nice and tight. We have 8. The joints, tendons, ligaments, just as important to activate as the larger muscles. Pulse. Eight more, let's go, let's go. It's hard to relax that foot. I want to keep the blood up here. I want to keep the effort up here. 4, 3, and 2. Singles, flush it out. 8, we're going back to the crouching tiger. This is our lower body focus. It's a robust approach to the legs, the hips, the glutes. Good, shake it out. How are we doing? Fist pump, you did great. We're gonna go back to the crouching tiger. Any discomfort on that low back, take that standing squat. Are you ready? Slow. Got a mini curve in that low back. Really shooting up those hips, keeping that spine aligned. Down. hips come down, your sternum faces forward. Beautiful stretch in those hamstrings. A little bit quicker. Down and up. It's a carving sensation on those quads. Building muscular endurance here. Keep going. Try to find full range, friends. Again, build up to it. Bottom tempo. Let's go. Four more. Hang on. 3, 2. Tempo squat. That's tough. Nice. Knee raises. Last set in 4, 3, 2. Start with the legs first. 8. Again, hold on to that stable surface anytime. Touch in to those muscles you want to activate. Make that mind-body connection. Eight more. This is tough. Now I'm going pretty heavy with that resistance. Get ready to pulse. 16. You need a break from the resistance band. Just pull the loop up to your waist temporarily. 8 more. If you're just starting out, just go slow, go tempo, ease into this program. Last set, tempo. Let's go. 8. 4, 3, 2. That happens. The challenges of those mini loops. Pulse 16. Let's go. I'll use the kettlebell for the last 8 there. Even it out. Final 8 on the pulse. Try to relax that foot if you don't have that kettlebell. This is your focus. Last set of single. Up, down. We've got wall sits coming up in 2. Let's shake out the legs. Nice work. I mean business, lower body, you're stimulating that HGH, really strengthening the joints, setting ourselves up for success throughout our daily activities, our sports. When you're ready, you can come back to the wall. Mini band serves the same purpose, helps to activate the glutes. Without the mini band, this is highly focused on the quads. I want you to sink into this 90-degree flexion in your knee. I want you to really press down with your heels, wiggle your toes, knees stacking your ankles when you're ready. want, you can go out. It's just a small activation on those glutes. Don't worry, if you don't have a mini band, lots of fire in your quads. Stimulating that HGH, human growth hormone. As we age, after the age of 30, we lose 3% muscle mass every decade. Fighting, aging process, rejuvenating the body. Helps to reduce that osteoporosis, building that bone density. 4, 3, 2. Sit it up, shake it out. Whew. Alternating reverse lunge. Let's start small, guys. Now you don't need the mini band for this. Put it up here. When you're ready, right leg, reverse lunge. So we're just getting set up in our lunge formation. You want to square the hips. We've got Bulgarian split squats or lunges coming up. So we're just getting warmed up here. I want you to tighten up that tummy. Try to get the back knee nice and low. Also flushing out the legs from those wall sits. The lower you go, the more challenging it is. The more muscles you recruit, the more stability. We're going back to the wall sits. In 4, 3, 2, take that seated position. Yes, we do fiddle with those rubbery mini bands somewhat. No reason not to invest. They're highly inexpensive. Super awesome piece of gym equipment at minimal cost to have around the house. If you are online, going to a facility to look for one, they have range of resistance. I recommend starting with the lighter resistance, work your way up. It's always good to have a few of them around the house. They do break from time to time. Wiggle the toes. I do have the thicker material bands. I find those highly challenging. Again, working our way up. Option. Let's go, last 8. 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. All right, take it up. Flush out the legs. How we doing? I'm gonna take off the mini band. Let's stretch out the quads. Option. Grab a hold of that stable surface. Other side. So we're going to give a little break for the quads before we go into the Bulgarian split squat or standing lunge on the floor. I'm going to grab ski poles just to stay in the center of the frame. You can hold on to the wall. We're going to do hip cars or hip circles. We're going to go into a reverse circular motion. I really want you to find the circumference parameters, big circles with the knees. Some of the parts of that circle might feel a bit challenging. That could be an indicator, some weak muscles in the hip joint, upper quad, glutes. I really want you to focus on this movement. Excellent for hip health, especially if you're doing those big exercises, squats, plyometrics, lunges. Keep going. This is mobility at its best. One more. We're going to give that side a break, keeping with the reverse pattern, other side. Lots of anterior, posterior work going on here around the hips, glutes, hip flexor, glute med. A little bit of glute max there. Deep hip muscles, lots of connective tissues, tendons and ligaments calling into action. We're going to work with this. I encourage you to revisit these workouts. You want to improve on that range of motion. Consistency is key. I'm going to try to weave these into the program. Fitness is a journey, a lifestyle. You can get this done in as quick as 30, 40 minutes. 4 times per week. Guaranteed to see, feel, and experience changes, transformation, forward circle. Want you to keep that posterior pelvic tilt, tailbone points down, stays square in your hips. Both sides of your pelvis, equal distance from the floor. Stay focused. This is challenging. You get more out of your workout when you're focused on the movement, on the effort. That connection, mind, body. One more. Remember to go forward here, other side. Good. Circular motion. Again, you don't need ski poles. Grab a hold of a stable surface, chair or wall. Good. Last 2. One more. Coming out of the comfort zone in this one. Nice. All right, moving on. So we're going to start with the lunge. You want to grab a dumbbell or 2. Start with the basic movement. So right leg lunging back. We're going to go nice and slow when you're ready. Down. And up. Again, square those hips. We don't want to let the back hip pull back. You want to use your glutes, hip flexors, transverse. Toes, knees, navel, sternum, pointing forward. A little bit quicker here. Down and up. Again, the lower you go, the more muscles you activate. Deep glutes, quads, core. Stability at its best. Keep going. This day and age, we're highly conditioned to want to just rev up that metabolism and get our sweat on. Fitness is more than just tapping out at the end of a full body sweat. It's all encompassing tempo, muscles, balance, mobility, activation, increasing that cardio capacity. That's it. Keep going. Now, if you choose to stay on that standing lunge in the second set, I want you to go find that range of motion. Stay challenged. I recommend body weight. If you're just starting out, don't underestimate gravity and full range of motion. Let's take a deadlift. Good, flush it out. Inhale, exhale. I feel some deep glutes there. Benefits of unilateral work. Step back, left leg, slow. Up. Good. Two more. It helps to find your focal point out in front for balance. Lots of core stability. A little bit quicker. Down and up. Four more. Let's go. Down. Up. Tempo, are you ready? Four more. And we're going to go a little deeper for the last 8. Keep it up. 8 more. 8 more. You can do this. Hold on. Just think of the benefits. Building that leg endurance, bit of stability, deadlift. Lots of benefits in unilateral work. Good, I'm gonna go lighter set. I recommend body weight if you're coming to the Bulgarian. I've got a soft surface. I'm going to put the top of my foot onto this soft surface. You never know. Safety first, have a soft surface underneath that knee. Now it might take you a few adjustments to find that right body position, foot placement on the floor. So I gave you your option for lunge. Let's go slow, down. So I'm hinging forward here without arching that back. Most of the weight is on the standing leg. We're We're not going fast in this movement. We're going to start with the basic. Find your range of motion, find your foot position, and let's go down together. Lots of deep glutes here. Lots of connective tissue between the glutes and your hamstrings. Keep going. The back foot is just supporting for balance. Your weight is on that front leg, front glute. Last two. Push through this, team. We've got it. Shake out the legs. Take a deadlift if you need it. That is challenging. Let's set it up. Slow. So we're hooking the top of the foot onto that elevated, stable surface. This is great for knee health, taking a well-rounded approach with the unilateral work. Lots of muscles engaged around the knee. But I recommend starting with the basic lunge. Build up to it. Keep going. Down. See the hip hinge leaning slightly forward without any flexion in the spine. Lots of quads and glutes here on fire. Two more. Last one. Nice work. Shake out those legs. Take a deadlift. Whew. If you want to go standing squat, standing quad stretch, you can do that. Coming into beautiful quad stretch here. Posterior pelvic tilt. Stretching out the quads. Ease into your stretch. You always want mild tension. Helps to keep the body, the muscles nice and supple without overdoing it. Don't want to create those micro tears. Breathe into it. Switch it out. We're going to come into a glute bridge on the floor. Grab a mat. Weights are optional here. Nice. Grab your mats. Grab a sip of water. Again, the weights are optional. We're going to start by digging the heels into the floor. Option without the weights, plant your hands on the mat. Up and down. So the shoulder blades are anchored into the floor. Again, posterior pelvic tilt. I'm going to inch my way down slightly. Tempo. Up and down. Up. Engage the glute max here in full range of motion. Glutes hitting the mat. at the bottom. 16. Starting to get challenging here. It's a large muscle group. It can take many reps, but stay focused. Don't lose your form in an anterior pelvic tilt. 8, 7, 6. Full range of motion. Squeeze it up. 4, 3, 2. Quick stretch. Bring it down. Cross it over, hug it in. Nice. Take a deep breath. Oxygen, #1 nutrient for your working muscles. Switch out that stretch. Ankle crossing the opposite knee and pull it in. Hold. So we're gonna go one leg glute bridge. Might not be for you yet. If not, keep both heels on the floor and hold for 8. For that one-legged glute bridge, those hands are key. Pressing down for added support. Make sure your hips are level. You can go left leg, up to you. We're gonna go dip, up. Now you might not go as high, we don't want to lose that posterior pelvic tilt. It's all about glute engagement, not the low back. 8. Look down. See if your hips are level. Your toes should be pointing directly up to the ceiling. In 2. Good. Switch it out. Down, up, down, up. We're working on imbalances. Some glutes, some sides could be weaker than the other. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2. Nice work. Stretch it out. We're going to do that one more time. Again, any time you want to go 2 feet on the floor, take that option. In fact, both feet on the floor to start, because I want you to measure your hips here. Are they equal distance to the floor? You can see that visually. Option 1 leg and dip down. Did your hips shift? If so, shorten that range of motion, level out the hips, posterior pelvic tilt, guys. 8. Lots of deep glutes here, between the glutes and hamstrings as well, that connective tissue, and switch it out. 16. No arch in that back, guys. It's all about activation, strengthening around the hips. 4, we're gonna come into a side lying exercise. First, stretch it out. If you're not breaking a sweat, it's not the objective, so don't worry. It's all about fine-tuning in the glutes and the hips. Just as important, visit some of the other workouts, Sweat Fest, Compound, high heart rate. Nice. Come on to your side. We're gonna start with a clam. So we're gonna do specific focus here, the glute med. It's a small muscle group that lies horizontally around the hips. I want you to make a wide toe heel tap, like so. Not quite 90 degree in the leg. Top hip leaning forward. It's a modified version of a clam. So when you're ready, go up, 2, down. We're starting off slow. We want that mind-muscle connection. Mind-muscle connection. It's not meant to be full range of motion. 8. Just opening up those knees. I want you to touch your heels. Widen out those toes. Keep going. Keep going. This is fine-tuning at its best. Leg extension, side lying leg raised. Keep the top hip leaning forward. Option to bend the lower leg for support. Tempo, let's go. If you haven't done these for a while, ease into it. They're challenging. You're waking up dormant muscles here. Some you thought you never knew you had. Until now. We're going to pull the knee in toward the chest. Push it out. Deep glutes right there. Try not to dip the knee. One straight line. Down. Reach. Push that foot toward the wall. 4, 3, 2, hug it in. Nice. We're going to do one round, working the adductors up and down, leading with the heel, toe points toward the floor, tempo. Those adductors, hip supporters as well. Sometimes you need to activate the muscle by pressing in. 8, 7, squeeze, lift it up. Turn that autopilot off. You'll get 30% more out of your workout with focused effort. Good. Switch it over. We're almost through. We've got a core exercise to finish. Dead bug. All right, back to that side lying clam. Up and down. Up. Top hip leaning forward. Small movement, friends. Tempo. Recommend staying with each exercise. Each one has a purpose. Such a small movement, but we're really waking up those dormant glute muscles. Let's go 8 more. Bring those heels together, flare the toes. Leg extension, side lying leg raise. Already feeling that fatigue in the side of the hips. 8 more. 4, 3, we're going to bring the knee toward the chest. Ready? Press it out. So when I say don't dip the knee, you want to pull it towards your chest. You just don't want to scoop and be weak in that movement. Stay strong. Stay strong. Last 2, last 1, good. Hug it in. Bring that toe right up to your glutes if you can. Other glute, other sit bone, making contact with the floor. Heel up, toe down, lift, squeeze, release. Inner thighs, adductors, functional fitness here, tempo. Mind, adductor, connection. Last 8. This is different muscle activation than the knee raises standing. Last 1, good. Bring your feet together. Knees wide. Take a deep breath. Option to lean forward. I've got a Swiss ball handy. If you don't have one, we're going to work the abdominal core. We're going to glue the low back toward the mat. If you don't have a Swiss ball, no problem. Just put your hands and feet up. We're going to go opposite leg, opposite hand is going to extend, low back toward the mat. Switch it out. Keep going. Going. It's all about anchoring that low back to your mat. This is anti-resistance, meaning resist the urge to arch your back. Keep going. Option to bend that leg, shorten those levers anytime, and tap it down. Keep going. I can feel the fire in that belly. The core is firm. Last 4. This is it. Last 2, hang on. We're going to stretch it out. Nice. Hands overhead. Bring your feet to extension and just lay on the floor. point and flex your foot. Deep breath in. Rotate the ankle. Opposite rotation. Cross it over, hug it in. And release. Other side. Point and flex. Rotation on the ankle. Stay for the cool down, just as important as the workout. Drop those comments, hit the like button, and share these workouts. Invite others into this platform. You never know who could use some guidance in their fitness journey. We're one big pool of energy. Your hips are going to thank you for this one. I encourage you to revisit this workout in the video vault. New playlists in the works on YouTube. 12-week fitness challenge, quick cardio, quick compound to start. Come into all fours, flip it over, rounding out the back. Tummy to the floor. One more time, rounding out the spine, spine to the sky. Forward lunge. Slight opener on the hips. Posterior pelvic tilt. Just ease into that stretch. Just the posterior pelvic tilt alone. You'll find that hip opener. Bring one arm up over your head. You can lean slightly forward, but don't lose that posterior pelvic tilt. And if you wish, tilt over to the side. And release. Let's bring the hips back. Stretching your hamstrings. Let's switch. I'll give you a front-facing view. Tilt over. A low wide squat. Stretching out the inner thighs. Keep your head above the heart. You can shift your hips side to side. Bring your feet and knees together. Extending the legs. Relax your head and neck. Hold it here. One vertebrae at a time, roll it up. Bring the shoulders back. I'd love to hear how this workout goes for you today. My name is Jill. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Jill Co Bodyworks Facebook, and we'll see you again.